Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm proud to give you all a walk around and tour of this 2023 Ford Explorer XLT. The Explorer XLT is going to be one of the more popular options when it comes on to trim levels for the Explorer, and this one in particular is no different. This particular Explorer does come with a few packages, which includes the Equipment Group 202A, which does give you the heated steering wheel, remote start, as well as a power passenger seat. This vehicle also does have the Sport Appearance package, which does give you these beautiful 20-inch carbon finish wheels, as well as a very nice unique interior. And it also does come standard with Ford's Copilot 360 Plus Assist, which comes with adaptive cruise control. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on the key fob, it does come with a couple of different functions, such as your unlock, lock, remote start, trunk release, and panic alarm. To remote start the vehicle, just simply make sure the vehicle is locked, and double click the remote start button, and the vehicle will turn right on. And then when you're finished, double click again, and it will shut right off. Starting off here in the front, as you can see, we do have a pretty unique grille, which looks nice, as well as your Ford emblem front and center. You have Explorer spelled out across the hood, which looks pretty cool. You also do have very nice projector headlamps with LED daytime running lights, and you do have your turn signals down here, which look pretty cool as well. Like I mentioned, this vehicle does come with a set of 20-inch wheels, and these are on Michelin Primacy all-season tires. These measure 255, 55R20s all the way around. Along with that being said, this vehicle does happen to have a smart key access system, allowing you to get inside and outside the vehicle quite easily. As long as you have the key fob in your pocket, come to the door handle. There's a touch sensor inside of the door. Put your hand here and the vehicle will indicate unlocking. And after waiting a few seconds, if you want to lock the vehicle, tap this button here and the vehicle will indicate locking. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Carbonized Gray Pearl with the Slate Gray Activex Leather interior. As you can see, this one here does come standard on the door panel with some hard touch plastic material up here as expected. You do have the slate gray finish here though, which looks really good. And you do have some of that nice soft touch material down here on the door panel as well. You have an aluminum door handle, your unlock and lock switches here. You do have your child window lock here, controls for your mirrors, which one you're going to adjust, as well as power windows. You also have some storage down here and a little area where you can store a small cup. All right, to start the vehicle, just make sure you have the key fob on you, whether that's in your pocket or in the vehicle itself. Put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. As you can see, the Explorer does come standard with a fully leather wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel. You have controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. Left is going to house controls for cruise control settings, adaptive cruise control, and all that. Your audio settings is going to be right down here on the bottom left. To the right of the steering wheel, you're going to have your buttons controlling that 6.4-inch instrument cluster in the middle for your trip computer and all that information there. And then down here is going to be your hands-free Bluetooth and telephone controls. With that being said, we're taking a look at two main gauges. To the left, you're going to have your tachometer. To the right, you're going to have your speedometer. And at the bottom, to the left, you're going to have your coolant temperature. In the middle is your gear selector. And then to the right is going to be your fuel range. As you can see, in the middle, it's going to show a couple of things, such as your current speed, your speed limiter right there, as well as your current mileage, which this one has just for 6,000. And of course, it is already indicating that we are low on fuel. But thankfully, we will not be driving this vehicle, as it is just a review. But with that being said, we're going to be taking a look at what's currently on the radio, as you can see there. And as you can see, using the little scroll here on the right side of the steering wheel, we're able to go through some things. So we just managed to look at the audio of what's playing. This is going to be your average fuel economy, your trip one information, which includes distance driven, average fuel economy, and elapsed time, as well as your tire pressure monitoring system. And as we go to the menu screen here, we can look at things such as settings. So you can go to any settings in here if you want to, as you can see. And in this case, it's going to show us our oil life, display setup, and then you're going to have things such as select screens, audio, navigation, phone, and then back to where we were before. Coming over here, we're taking a look at a smaller 8-inch display, which is nice, and I think is going to be pretty practical for most people. And as you can see here, it's on the older Sync 3 system here, but it still looks pretty good. Of course, we're taking a look at the navigation currently, and as you can see, it's pretty detailed, and as you can tell, it does look nice. Now, you do have controls down here, which when we press that, it's going to bring up our little menu screen down here, and as you can see, you can even go to the menu for the navigation system, and it includes things such as screen view, traffic list, navigation settings, where am I, search, history, favorites, points of interest, home, and work. And then with that said, we're going to go to audio. Audio is going to show what's playing on the radio, your sources, your preset stations down here, as well as your direct tune. Coming to phone, you can connect a phone to the vehicle, or you can add a phone to the vehicle's Bluetooth system. We just looked at navigation. Coming over to apps, as you can see, you can connect a device, find mobile apps, or a SiriusXM travel link. And then coming to settings, you have sound, clock, Bluetooth, phone, radio, driver assistance, vehicle, and 4Pass Connect. You have general settings, Wi-Fi, 911 assist, automatic updates, mobile apps, Apple CarPlay, display, and voice control, as well as valet mode and navigation. So you have a plethora of different settings that you can go through, depending on what it is that you're looking for. So with that said, that's pretty much a quick look at the infotainment system here in the Ford Explorer XLT. You do have kind of like this brushed aluminum finish here, which I personally like, and I think it gives it a cleaner look. You do have your volume knob and tuning knobs in their respective places. You have your fast forward and back for your audio. Hazard light button is right there. Coming down below that, you do have your dual zone climate controls. You do have max airflow, auto air conditioning, rear airflow there. This is going to be for your fan speed. This is to turn on the AC if you want to turn that on. As you can see there, recycling, and of course rear air conditioning right there. You also do have a set of heated seats for the front and front passenger, and of course your heated steering wheel. Come below that, as you can see here, give me 1 second guys to open this up. As you can see, a little area here where you can charge your device or store your device as it's being charged. You have a USB port there, USB-C right there, and this right here is going to be your little outlet. Pretty cool. This vehicle, as you can see, does come standard with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Put it into reverse, it does give you a nice backup camera with guidance lines, and they do adjust as you turn the wheel. You also have a top-down view as well, as you can see there. Going back to park, you have your electronic parking brake right here. You do have your brake hold right here. Down here, you're going to have your different drive modes as well as shortcut buttons, so you can turn on or off your auto stop start, traction control, and hill descent controls right there. And then this little knob right here is going to be for your different drive modes, which, as you can see, we're going to be looking at normal, eco, sport, tow/haul, slippery, trail, and deep snow/sand. Keep in mind, those are there because this vehicle has 4-wheel drive. With that being said, I'm going to zoom out the camera a little bit. You do have a pretty decent glove compartment here, which is nice. As you can see, you have a little outlet in there as well, which looks really good. The seats in the XLT look really nice, and specifically this one here being the Slate Gray Activex just looks really impressive. This is, of course, the one that has the sports appearance package, so you will be getting these seats. And I have to say, they are pretty plush and they are comfortable. And this is true, genuine leather, which I really have to appreciate. With that being said, as you come over here to the far left, as you can see, we're taking a look at some more controls. This is going to be to open your tailgate, headlight controls, as well as your gauge number switches. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and check out the second and third rows, as well as the cargo area of the Ford Explorer. All right, guys, coming into the second row of the Ford Explorer, as you can see, materials do carry through into the second row, which looks very nice. As you can see, just as comfortable. You do have 2 seat pockets, one on both ends. You also do have a set of cup holders down here. You do have controls for your air conditioning as well as fan speed. You also do have 2 USB-C ports, a plug-in outlet there, which is nice. And of course, you do have armrests. Now, this is also a captain's chair setup because in that case, you will be able to get to the third row quite easily, which, as you can see, is currently down at the moment. This one does have the Easy Fuel capless fuel filler, making it easy to fill up at the gas station, as well as an illustration of how to do it if you're using a traditional gas tank. The Explorer does come standard with LED taillights, Explorer spelled out in the middle, as well as your XLT and 4-wheel drive badges in their respective places. You also have dual exhaust tips down here. If I were to have opened the trunk, this vehicle would have a very good amount of cargo room. You're looking at an overall cargo space coming in at around 87 cubic feet of space, which is not too bad. I'm gonna try it one more time, see if I can open it. And if not, we'll just move on. This one does have a roof rack, which looks cool. You also have black and black colored mirrors, which look pretty cool. Under the hood of the Ford Explorer, we're taking a look at one of the more common versions that you'll be getting with the XLT, as well as some other trim levels. It's a 2.3-liter EcoBoost turbocharged 4-cylinder, mated to that 10-speed automatic transmission, and this vehicle's 4-wheel drive. It produces 300 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Alright guys, so I want to pinpoint something real quick, and that's that on the XLT, the only way you can open up the cargo area is if you push this button here. So, my mistake, but Anyways, with that being said, the Explorer XLT is a very nice vehicle. It is going to be the common trim level for most people who don't necessarily need to upgrade to like a limited or something more expensive. But for what it is, the Explorer does come with a good amount of features, and with this vehicle in particular, it does have a good amount of options, like the Sport Appearance package in this case looks nice. I do love the fact that this does have the Ford Copilot 360 Plus Assist, which does include adaptive cruise control, your forward collision warning, lane keeping assist, and lane departure warning as well. And so with that said, it will keep you safe while you're on the road. And on higher trim levels, I believe you can get a 360 camera as well. So overall, not too bad. And I think for the price, I think you're going to be getting something pretty impressive. So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it here for this walk around and tour of the 2023 Ford Explorer XLT, finished off in carbonized gray metallic with the Light Slate Leather Activex interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.